Hey guys, my name is Bharat and welcome to another video on Bharat in Germany. In this video, I want to talk about why you should choose Germany as your next work destination. And I know when you hear Germany, the first thing that comes in mind is taxes. But the thing is, you have heard a lot of people complain about taxes. Even me, I complain about the taxes in Germany so many times, but the complaining starts at a different level. I will show you this graph so that you can also follow this along, and this is something that we go into a lot more detail in my finance planning appointments and so on. But let me show you this. So if you see in this graph, from the very zero to the first 10,000 euros that you're earning in Germany, you're not taxed at all. Even if you're earning 80,000, 90,000 whatsoever, that's not a problem at all. Afterwards, from that point onwards, you're getting a progression from 14% to 24%. The next stage is at around, I think, 14,500 euros or something like that. So this is going to be increased. Every single euro you earn, the tax will increase only on the additional euro that you're earning, not on the first 10,000 euros or not on the first previous whatever kind of tax bracket you have. So this is something that people get crazy wrong. And then they think that, okay, Germany, the highest tax is 42-45%. So why should we be paying so much taxes? But the truth is that if you're doing a normal job and stuff, for you to I don't know, earn over 100,000 euros or something like that, that's a different story. You have to be crazy good at what you're doing, and it takes a lot of work experience. So you can think about things like these at least in 10 to 15 years of work experience and being very good at whatever skill you're having. For software engineers, it could look a bit easier because you can still start earning really well just with 3 years of work experience. And I've seen people who are working at N26 and they were earning around 6,000 euros per month or something. So for them, of course, the tax situation looks a bit different because then you're earning 72,000 euros. When you're earning 72,000 euros, you're already in the 42% tax bracket. Now, but this is again all of the money that you're earning afterwards. If you're earning somewhere on 60,000 euros, so let's say that is 5,000 euros per month, then you will see that the actual taxes that get deducted, it is not 42%, it is somewhere around 31% or something like that. And if you think about it, in India too, for example, my father, he's paying 33% taxes or something. So it is not as wild as you think. But if you start earning half a million or something, then it becomes a problem. But when you get to that stage, which is very difficult to get, with a normal job or something, or you have to be really, really good, be a CEO of a company or something. And to get to that stage, I have some more tips towards the end. And once you get to that stage, of course, you can be a bit smarter with your finances, and I can also help you with that. That's not a problem. There are different levels that you reach after which you complain about taxes, but the starting level or even the medium level is not that. You're still getting a lot of benefits for that. But if you start paying hundreds of thousands of euros in taxes, then you really think is it really making sense? But for most people, it's I don't know, 20,000 euros, and that's it. So the second thing I want to talk about is job opportunities. Now, we have lived in a lot of EU countries. So we have lived in Germany, we have lived in Denmark, and now we are in Bucharest for a business. What we have seen is still no other country compares even close to Germany in terms of job opportunities. You might have Netherlands, that could be something. And you might have Switzerland, but the immigration policies and everything is so much more difficult. Austria takes everything to next level with 55% top taxes. So I don't understand the sense of that. In terms of companies and stuff, you will not find more dense, let's say, industry framework than you would find in Germany. Any kind of company you're thinking about, they will have their headquarters in Germany. You have headquarters of Facebook, Google, for EU also there. So you have Ireland and stuff, of course, but you also find these their branches in Hamburg. This is very nice. I mean, anything that you want to work in, any field. This is not just for mechanical engineers, and I just do not understand the people who say that Germany is for mechanical engineers. Have you ever seen a country working with just one single profession? Nope, it doesn't work like that. Have you even seen a company which is just working with one single profession? It doesn't work that way. You need managers, you need engineers, you need marketers, you need accountants, you need, legal teams, you need psychologists, you need so many other things. So this is such a huge myth that whatever kind of field you're from, that you cannot find a job or something in Germany if you're not from mechanical engineering. This is the biggest nonsense that I've ever heard. And I think the people who tell you these things are no better than your roadside, study abroad, study consultants or something like that. because they don't know half the stuff. Like, this is such utter nonsense. If somebody tells you such stuff, just like kind of like ignore that. Then easy permanent residency and citizenship. Now, why I'm saying easy? I'm saying easy because you have a set rules. If you follow them, you get your permanent residency. And again, you have set rules. If you follow them, you get your citizenship. Now, I know my brother, my younger brother, he's in Canada. He's working in Ernst & Young, having a blast there, working and having a nice time and everything. But when he's applying for his residence permit, like the permanent residency, like it has now taken him like over 1 year, like just to get the permanent residency. And I just cannot believe it, because in Germany, you get the permanent residency like in maximum 1 month. So you have the regulations. If you're coming as a normal, let's say, employee, you will have to pay your taxes for 5 years to get the permanent residency, the Niederlassungserlaubnis. But if you're coming as a student, you can just like get the Niederlassungserlaubnis in 2 years. If you're coming as an employee and you're earning more than, I think, 56,000 euros per year or something, then you can apply for a blue card. So when you apply for the blue card, you can get your permanent residency just in 21 months. This is less than 2 years. And getting the permanent residency, like the process when you apply until the time you receive it, takes 1 month. Tell me a country which compares with that. So I just feel like there's so many like major myths about Germany that people just don't understand. Like, you know, for most of the normal people, like Germany is a lovely country. Like you can afford a lot of nice things at very reasonable prices. So this is decent. I cannot complain about that at all. Like, you know, we had a lot of like nice time in Germany. So I think you can really like keep this also in mind, that even though there's a lot of hype about like Canada, Australia, US, I don't even know why about US, because you have the green card lottery system. Like you are not even having the security if you will be staying in US forever, even if you have worked in US for 10, 15, 20 years. Like what kind of nonsense is that? Till that time you have a family or something. And like if you still don't know if you will be able to reside in US or not, you will not buy a house, you will still live in a rented place or something like that. But in Germany, like at least that is not a problem at all. Like you have very clear regulations when you're going to like, you know, get your permanent residency and when you're going to get your citizenship. So of course, that's also a nice plus. Now, Germany is also a good place to raise families, mainly because of how the social net is structured. So like you have free kindergarten in most of the states, or like at least some time is free. So like let's say the first 5 hours per day or something in the kindergarten is free and is covered by the state. You have free schools, free universities, all of that. And then if you are having your health insurance, you can also insure your other family members under it. So as long as they're not working. Huh? So this is also like something very nice. Plus what I can tell you is like in Germany, like you have so much freedom of like choosing different kind of professions and choosing different kind of, let's say, opportunities like you wouldn't find in even the neighboring countries. As soon as you go to Poland, like people from Poland move to Germany for a reason. And the same people from Czech Republic, Slovakia, and even like Austria, like they move to Germany for a reason because it has better job opportunities and they can take care of their families better. The story is a bit different in Netherlands. Like Netherlands is still great. Like, you know, you have Switzerland. That's also nice. Denmark, people also like earn decent money there, but taxes are also like, you know, yeah, that's also high, next level. We have seen like in Denmark, taxes going as high as like 56 or 58% sometimes. So that is something you have to be careful about. So like if you compare, like, you know, for normal people who are just starting out or who are in the middle of their career, let's say you have 3 to 5 years of work experience or something, Germany is still the best place. You go there, you get your permanent residency and you naturalize there, and then you can just settle anywhere in EU, which is so nice. I tell you, for example, right now when we were like going to Romania, if I had my Indian passport, it would have made so many problems, but because now I have my German passport, it was completely fine. We went through all of the procedures and everything without any kind of issues, and this was different because I remember like the previous time I went to Romania to write my test staff exam, which was in July 2016, June 2016, something like that. I had my Indian passport and they made so much drama at the airport and I was like, man, like insane. Having like, you know, a German passport and like getting till that stage is like super easy in Germany. What I would also say as the fifth major point is like you should treat German as an opportunity. You know, like do not have this loser mindset that just because you have to learn another language for moving to the country that like it is bad and like you don't want to do it and all of this nonsense. Like I'm still like, writing exams. I'm still writing language exams and stuff. Like there's a nice project that I'm working on, which I'll be revealing like, let's say in 3 weeks, 4 weeks or something. But like, this is a constant learning process. Like if you stop learning, like the degradation of your personality, of your skills, like all of that starts. So treat German as an opportunity. Think about it in a way that if you learn German and like so many other people don't, you will have so many more opportunities that other people wouldn't. Because first, you're fluent in English. You can handle like any kind of communication with Americans, like, people from UK, Australia, Canada, any of the other countries very nicely. Second, you will be fluent in German. So if you have any kind of business meetings, responsibilities, or things you have to take care on the behalf of your company with the public authorities in Germany, you can also do that. These kind of like position you in a very nice way where you are the person who can take more responsibilities. And I've been saying it over and over again. The moment you can take more responsibilities is the moment when you start earning more, when you are actually like, rising up the corporate ladder. And it is all about self-initiative. The more the company managers or directors can see that you are like, really putting your thought on the line and like working as much as you can and kind of like coming up with like creative ideas and asking for more work, the more comfortable they feel that this is a person who can take care of the job and we can trust him with more and bigger things. And this is absolute nonsense what people say that like, yeah, you shouldn't work more or something like that, and like don't increase this culture where you're supposed to work more and stuff. Like what you have to understand is like as business owners or as CEOs or directors or something, people are working 24/7. So if you ever think that you can become a CEO or director or something of a company and you expect it to do with just like working 8 hours a day, you work at 9 and you stop at 5, that's not going to happen. This is just another myth that I will have to pop for you. That is pretty much it. If you have any kind of questions, of course, like you can book an appointment with me or you can join my course, the complete course of finding jobs in Germany, where we have had like really nice success so far. And you can also download our free PDF, the 10 mistakes you should avoid while looking for jobs. So that was pretty much it from my side. Of course, like, being a business owner, my observation of this entire thing is much, much different and much better than most of the other employees, like who will tell you about such stuff. So, yeah, like keep these things in mind, keep these advices in mind. They're going to serve you well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.